Hey y'all, Dan with the Southern Paddler Channel. I'm back on Cotaco Creek. Going to do a little solo overnight camp. It is the weekend before Christmas. And so one last little hoorah here for the holiday weekend gets here. It's going to be a busy weekend, but it'll be a good weekend. Hope you're all are having a good holiday so far and continue to through Christmas and New Year's. As I'm driving out here today, and this was kind of I knew I wanted to camp, but it still was kind of last minute coming together. But as I'm putting this together, I rushed a little bit, and seems like it's always the case. So anyway, I was going over my list in my mind, as I do several times as I'm getting ready, and as I'm getting ready, I realized I didn't have my camp table pulled out, so I got it. But as I'm driving out here, hadn't been gone long, and I realized I didn't bring firewood, which I like to bring. You don't have to, but I like to. And I had some at the house, but I forgot to bring it, so I'm going to have to spend a little extra time gathering and probably cutting wood. That's okay. And speaking of cutting it close, I put in at Upper River Road under the bridge there and going downstream from there. That's an okay spot. I probably would feel a little safer, a little better about my truck being safe at Sharp Ford Road. There's a boat ramp there, a lot of activity. Wouldn't expect as much mischief maybe down there, but because that was a mile longer to paddle from that direction, and because I was cutting it close on time, I decided to just go ahead and start at Upper River Road, save myself really like an hour and a half, so probably 45 minutes to an hour, and so hopefully that'll all work out good. Anyway, I'm going to focus on getting to my camp spot. It's a new spot that I haven't camped at before, so hopefully it all works out. I've looked at it, but I'm going to give it a shot, hopefully, and we'll see how it goes. So I'll check back probably once I get to camp. Well, there's good news and bad news. Bad news is I apparently misremembered the shorelines and where my supposed camping spot was. Or I overshot it, one of the two. Anyway, I realized I was going further than I needed to, so I stopped and turned around. Fortunately, I had eyeballed a few spots on the way there, and so now I'm at one of them. So there's my boat, and just a little short walk up, but a nice open area right here. I might try to hang my hammock between these two. If it's too short, too long, I'll go between those. That'll be close, but that'll work. Some kind of path through here. Almost looks like tire tracks, but again, it's public land, so some of the locals could drive in. Reckon that's all right too, but I'm going to set up here and be a good spot for fire and set up my table and chair. So that's what I'm going to do. Sun's already set. It's been set for a little while, so I got to bust it. But another good thing is you see all the sticks and stuff here. So plenty of firewood. I've kicked at some of it. Most of it's fairly rotten, but I think I've got enough here to work. And I could always saw on that tree over there laying on the bank. So I'm going to quit talking and start setting up camp. All right, got my hammock set up, ground sheet down, got my sleeping bag, extra quilt, my thermarest pad, pillow, got all that in the hammock. There's this miscellaneous gear, got my boat tied off down there, got my chair and table set up, and right here where I'm going to build me a fire. There's my setup. Thought I'd show you that and what little light we have left. Face of light, maybe see a little better, but yeah, I thought I'd show you that while I got just a little bit of light. Lots of sticks and stuff around here, so I should be okay on firewood, but I am going to start getting some of that together while I have a little bit of light. I do have headlamps, but it's just easier when you can see a broad range. So I'm going to work on that now, get my fire started, and I'll update you after I get that much done. Okay, it's a little after 6. I've got my supper going, which is, get it here where you can see it, Mountain House meal chicken and dumplings. So I've already boiled my water and got that in there and hydrating. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes, stir it, let it set a little bit more, and then I'll dig in and have me some supper. Got the fire going good. It's not real big, but it's putting out some good heat. I got a good bed of coals in there, and see, I got me a few more sticks over there and some stuff there. Got some I can cut up. So I think I'm okay on firewood. Again, I meant to bring the store-bought. It's just so much easier. Big chunks. They light easy and burn pretty good and pretty long. But oh well. Having to scrounge around for firewood this time, but it's all right. But I'm going to just wait for my supper to get ready and enjoy me a good hot meal, and then I will update y'all here in a bit. All right, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm just sitting here enjoying this fire. It may not look like much, but let me tell you, that joker's cranking out some BTUs. I got a cedar backlog there that's kind of reflecting all the heat this way, and it's been going for several hours, and let me tell you, that joker is cranking out some heat. So I'm sitting here, and even though I've got on sweatshirt, several layers, and hoodie, I'm very comfortable and just enjoying this heat from this fire. Man, you come out here to Cotaco Creek, and you'll hear some automobiles every now and then, and you're not far from the Huntsville International Airport. But as far as where I live, the closest way to get out of town and away from most of the noise that I can in 30 to 40 minutes, it's Cotaco Creek, TVA land. I love it. Such a blessing. And I needed this. I really did. It's holidays. It's just things have been crazy. It's been a crazy week. It's good, but it's just busy. And I really needed this little solo camp just to sit here for hours. Nobody talking, nobody saying anything. I do have my phone. I've been texting my cousins, Todd and Wayne. Love those guys, and so yeah, we've been checking in. But for the most part, just sitting here enjoying this fire, and the fire feels good. But boy, you feel that brisk air coming in. So I think I'm going to sleep good tonight. It's been a good evening, and so I'm going to sign off here, and I will check with y'all in the morning. All right, got my fire going good. It don't look big, but it's a little breezy today, so I'm gonna have to kind of keep it down. But even though the flames ain't big, you see all that red in there. There's a lot of heat coming out of there. Got a good bed of coals and that backlog there holding that heat in. So fire's good. Get my coffee going. Here's my G4 free table. Man, this thing, I love it. See, I got all my crap on there. I got phone charging. I got GoPro batteries from yesterday charging right here. Oh, coffee's ready. Let me turn this off. So, yep. I got phone charging right here. Got my GoPro batteries going there. Probably don't need those, but they'll, since I've got time, I'm just gonna hang out, go ahead and charge them up. Got my waters for my breakfast and coffee, gloves, handle the fire, and camera's got some breakfast stuff and everything. So tables are very handy. So I'm going to fix this first cup of coffee. Get to work on that right now. Well, I never fixed my breakfast skillet. I had 2 cups of coffee and just really wasn't that hungry. That breakfast skillet, that's a big meal. It says for 2, and I don't know if it's for 2, maybe 2 small appetites. I can usually finish it, or maybe at least 3/4, but anyway, just wasn't feeling like digging into that whole thing, so I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. I could do it later, but I'm gonna show you my camp right now. Since the sun's up, I don't even know what time it is, probably 7:30, but so there's my fire, my camp chair and table, tools. We come over here, there's my hammock and the rest of my gear. Got my PFD hanging up there, my paddle. There's my boat tied off, and there's Cotaco Creek. Later today they're calling for 15 to 20 mile per hour wind, so I won't see most of that on the creek here because it's sheltered by all the trees and stuff all around, and there's little ridges and stuff. So yeah, I won't see it, but I've already heard it in the treetops. Those pines over there, some right there. That wind gets going, those things talk, so you can hear it. But I hadn't felt it much, which is good. So I'm just gonna sit here and hang out a little bit and enjoy this fire a little more. And I'll at some point pack up and head back. But right now, I'm just going to chillax. 9:45. I'm sitting here just enjoying my fire. Well, mostly enjoying it. I've moved once. The smoke's following me around. It's this morning for camping trips, and pardon that smoke. And went over some of my camping gear. So I need to add a smoke deflector to my camping gear. Apparently, good night. It's ridiculous. So, God, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's so frustrating. The fire is dying down. Camp broke down. Most everything's packed up except for my chair and my table here. So I'm just going to sit here and let this fire die out a little more. Then I'll douse it with some water from the creek. And I'm just enjoying this beautiful, almost winter day. What's the day? 16th maybe? And it's about 12:15. It's warmed up to about 57 degrees. So it's really nice out. It's mostly overcast. There's a little smattering of blue over there, and you might can faintly see where the sun is back there, but this is probably the order for the day. Overcast, rain coming in later tonight. There's actually been some little showers that's moved by near here. It sprinkled one time, but nothing really to get worked up about. So I'm just going to sit here and watch this fire die out, like I said, and then ground it here in a minute and just enjoy these last few minutes of this wonderful little overnight camp trip the week before Christmas. It's Saturday. Christmas will be a week from Monday, so we're about 9 days away, and I got a full work week next week, so I just wanted to get out and have one last little hoorah here before the holidays. Might get out next Saturday, I don't know. It kind of depends on what happens, what goes on, but hadn't been out the last couple weeks. One was because of a family get-together for Christmas, which was fun, enjoyed that. Following week, weather, we had some storms coming through, and so I just didn't feel like really chancing it. So it's nice to get out and have this overnight camp last night and enjoy these beautiful woods today. So I'm going to head back here in a little bit and have one more week before Christmas gets here. But if I don't make another video between now and then, I hope y'all have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and just enjoy the holidays. I know it can be a tough time for some. I've certainly had my struggles in the past. Fortunately, I'm at a place now where I do pretty good, but it's still tough at times. But I have a lot to be thankful for, so I focus on that. I focus on my blessings. I focus on my faith, which helps me get through trying times. And so I just hope everybody can kind of find a way to do the same to get through the holidays. And if it's a trying time and if it's a great time, then enjoy every minute of it, because it is a lot of fun being around family and friends. And it's just it is as the song says, the most wonderful time of the year. So I hope it is for all of you, and we will see you on the next one.